Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to this advanced English class. I'm James. Nice to meet you. Hello.
Good morning.
Good evening.
Good evening, James.
Yes, good evening. Good evening.
Happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, thank you for your wishes. And as you can see on the screen, we have a speaking session and the title is The Best Consultant. I want to ask you a question. What is a consultant? Can you turn on your mics and explain this word for me, please? What is a consultant?
Consultant. Yeah, you can.
Okay, one by one. So chị Hồng Mai first. Okay, I can see you turn on your mic first. Can you speak first, please? Chị Mai.
I think consultants is advisors or a counselor.
A counselor or advisor. Okay, someone who gives advice. Thank you. Thank you, chị Mai. And chị Minh Hiền, what do you think? Do you have any other comments?
Yeah, I think similar to Hong Mai, consultant is the person who gives the ideas, information, or advice.
Ah, right. Gives advice. Right. Thank you very much. It's very clear. And chị Ngọc Ánh, do you have any different idea?
Yes, I think the same is
Okay.
the consultant is a person
Right.
who gives something about you are doing, advice.
Advice. Yeah, right. Very good. So in general, consultants are people who give you advice. And today we will practice giving advice to each other. We are going to listen to each other's problems and try to give advice. Okay. I will show you some tips to give advice in English, of course, not in life. Okay. And before we do that, let's warm up with these. I'd like you to read and choose the problem you've ever had. My lover ghosted me. I'm not bold enough to stand up for my rights. My mother and I don't get on well. My staff badmouthed me. Do you see the words in red? Can you turn on your mic and help me explain them? Because I believe they are new to you. Ghost. What is it to ghost?
Like threat.
Sorry, like threaten, right?
Yes.
I got it. Thank you. But I'm afraid not. Not threatened me. No, it's not like that. Ghost. To ghost someone.
To make someone scared.
To make someone scared, right? It's the same as threaten. But no, it's not. Yeah, sadly, no. Right? Trust me. I'd like you to look up the dictionary and tell me the meaning later. Can you look up the dictionary? English dictionary. Anyone? Okay, don't worry about that. Let me do that for you. So you and I do this together. Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is ghost, right? What is ghost? First of all, is a noun. We forget about it because we see the sentence, she ghosted me. So we need to look for a verb, right? So we ignore the noun. Now we scroll down for the verb. Here it is. To ghost means to write. For example, write a book, write an article. No, so it's not like that, because you can say to ghost the autobiography or to ghost a newspaper, to ghost something, not someone. So we ignore this. We skip this meaning. Let's continue. Here it is. To ghost means to end a relationship with someone suddenly by stopping all communication with them. For example, should I message her back or just ghost it? Or I couldn't understand why I'd been ghosted. It means someone stopped talking to you, stopped sending you messages, even blocked you on Facebook, unfriended you, and all communications with you suddenly. So that is called to ghost you. So are you clear, class? Are you clear of the word to ghost? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes. Clear? Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
So have you ever been ghosted before?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Last week, we learned a similar term. Do you remember? To end a relationship means to
Ghost.
yeah, to ghost, of course, to ghost. But last week, we learned a similar term.
Got dumb.
To dump.
Got
That's
dumb.
right. To
Dumb.
dump someone. Yeah, to kick someone out of your life, right? But to dumb is larger, right? And ghost means dumb. Okay, ghost is small, dumb is large. Okay, so have you ever been ghosted by your lover? Oops. Today is Lover's Day, but we talk about ghosting. What a day. Fine for that. Next, what is about bold? What is it?
Strong.
Strong. Very good. What is the opposite of bold?
Shy.
Shy. That's it. Very good. Yeah, so strong. Mentally strong. Okay. Or to be what?
Brave.
Brave. That's it. Yeah.
Brave.
Yeah, right. You are not brave enough to stand up for your right. We have an idiom, stand up for something. Stand up for means try your best to protect it, to fight for it. So there are some rights, but you are not strong enough to protect it. So that's a problem. Have you ever been in that situation? Think about it. And 3, my mother and I don't get on well. What does it mean to get on well, class? What is it?
Have a good relationship.
Yeah, have
Good
a relationship. Very good. Have a good relationship. That's right. However, I would change a little. I don't say good relationship. I say have good conversations. Maybe your mother loves you. No, not maybe. Sure, your mother loves you. And you love your mother, but you cannot talk. No, talk is fun. You're always arguing. You're always fighting. So you don't have good conversations. So I say, you don't get on well. So think about it. Think about your family members. Not just your mom, but your father, your brother, your sister-in-law, your daughter-in-law, your mother-in-law, something like that. Yeah? Some people in your family don't get on well. Okay. And lastly, what about bad mouth? To bad mouth means to
Say bad words.
Something wrong.
Say bad words about me.
Say bad words. Yeah. I would not say bad words. It is not wrong, but it's caused misunderstanding. So I say bad content. Yes. Or bad information. bad information about you. And normally, is it true? Do you think when someone badmouths someone else, is it true? Normally, no. Normally, not always, right? Yeah, so your staff talk behind you badly. So now, I'd like you to share with your partners. Have you ever been in these situations? Tell a little more about it. 1 minute to prepare. 1 minute to prepare now. Okay, now let's go. You have about 12 minutes for this. Hello, chị Lan, chị Linh, and chị Ngọc Ánh. You can talk with each other right now. You can share what problems you have got and tell us about it. Now, who first? Hello, chị Ngọc Ánh, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
So you can say first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about my lover ghosted me.
Oh, you did it right.
For a long time ago,
Oh.
we don't get on well. I often argue about religion.
Oh.
Religion.
Yeah.
He and I don't have the same religion.
Yes.
So my families and his families don't agree with our relationship. We were very difficult to say goodbye.
Yes. When was it?
For a long time.
A long time. About how many years? About
30 years ago.
30 years. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry to hear that. Okay.
Yes.
Fine. And so who else? Who else do you want to listen to their stories? Chị Ngọc Ánh, you can invite them. Like chị Lan, chị Linh, and anh Bằng. Who do you want to listen to? Chị Lan, okay. You first.
I talk about I'm not proud enough to stand up for my rights. When I was student in second school,
okay.
I didn't speak in my class, but my teacher
your teacher accused me of talking in class.
Yes.
My teacher accused me. You can say again. My teacher accused me.
My teacher accused me of talking in class.
That's it.
I didn't play with my class, my teacher.
So what happened to you? Did you lose marks, or did you have to stand in the sun, or did you have to invite your parents to talk with the teacher? What happened to you? Right. So your teacher said that, Lan, you talk in class. You are wrong. And what next?
I'm agree with my teacher, but I don't.
You didn't win.
Don't win.
I didn't win.
I accept this.
Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So chị Lan, yes, very good. And I want to introduce to you a new term. To accuse someone of doing something. It means to say that someone has done something bad. Yeah. So, for example, my teacher accused me of talking in class. So talking in class is wrong, is it right? And she said that you did it. So,
yes.
Thank you. And you like secondary school, not second school. Again, can you say again? Secondary school.
Secondary school.
Very good, thank you. Yeah, thank you, chị Lan. Now we listen to anh Bằng story. Anh Bằng của chị, chị Linh. Chị Linh first. Yeah. What's your story, please?
Yes. I want to share with you about my history. My mother and I don't get on well. When I was young, I and my mother can talk together, and my mother always shouted me anytime and anything.
Oh, so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Because I think my mother don't love me.
Oh, really?
My mother loves only my brother.
Oh my God.
She like
boys.
She like boy, not girl.
Goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I think so.
But do you think it was true? Now, do you think so?
Yeah, yes.
You still think so? So do you love your daughter?
Yes, I love my daughter, but my mother don't love daughter.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm very sorry to hear that. Yes. Okay. And okay. Now, please wait a minute. I'd like chị Lan and chị Lan will go to room 2 with anh Thương. Okay. Okay. So now, chị Linh.
Yes.
You talk about the past. So you need to use past tense. We don't say my mother and I.
Yes,
so the whole sentence, please. The whole sentence. My mother and I.
My mother and I didn't get on well.
Very good. What else? We can talk.
We couldn't talk together.
Very good. Even though now maybe you can talk too, but
yes,
you were telling a story of the past. We need to use past tense.
Yes,
right?
thank you.
What about this? Always shouted at me.
Yes.
Shouted at me.
Yes.
Shouted at me. Thank you.
She always shouted at me anytime.
Yeah, anytime for any reason.
Any reason.
Yeah, right. You were always the reason to be shouted, right? Whatever you do, you get shouted, right? So sorry for that. Right. So sorry for that. Yeah. Okay. And now chị Ngọc Linh, chị Ngọc Anh, chị Linh and anh Bằng continue to talk. I will go to other rooms. Bye.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello. Hello, Hữu Bằng.
Like good memories, or I appreciated that. So what's it like the third problem you've ever had?
What's mean?
Yeah, you told me like the third one.
The third statement.
Yeah.
My mom and I don't get on well.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's my that's one my situation several years ago. Not several years ago. It's in my childhood. My mom and I cannot get on well. I don't know why, but it seems that there always different between me and she. I think it's related to the how to say that she just farmer, and she don't have she cannot express well her thought or her feeling. And in my generation, we already received a good education, so there have a grand difference between me and she. Sometimes we cannot find any commune to talk. So it's quite difficult to seek any advice from her. Yeah, because I know that she knows my good advisor, but I'm know in that she loved me the most. But yeah, maybe we cannot talk, we cannot get on well, but I understand because she did not receive that the good education from generation as her generation. So I can understood that.
Well, what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
You are a clever speaker. Thank you. Now continue. Yeah, I'm just enjoying your stories. I have nothing.
Yeah.
We have 1 minute.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
you too? You have any problem with your relative?
Actually, I have. Yeah. I remember. Once when I asked my mother to give advice, and like you, I never took any advice from her.
Why?
The person usually told me like don't do that, even though I just like tell her some what I want to do, like this, and he's just like hold me back and then like push me down. Yeah.
Really?
I didn't receive any support, and I just and later I know like he just her feeling like.
Okay. I am terribly sorry those who were speaking and forced out here. Okay, so don't worry about that. You can talk later. Okay. And please notice the last minute when I take you out, try to wrap everything up in that 1 minute so you don't have to stop in the middle. Okay. So that is the warm-up. Now, I'd like you to become real consultants. Here it is. I have received a letter from Jennifer Lopez. Okay. She said, "Dear Mr. or Mrs. Consultant, I'm Jennifer. My boss said I'm still young. I should work for skills and opportunities to develop my career, not money. You should not work for money now when you are young. Therefore, I am not reasonably paid. It means her salary is low. Should I ask my boss to lift my salary? Or should I move to another company? Or should I continue to work here? Please give me an advice." So are you clear of this situation? I think this is very common, particularly in this time when the internet is very developed and people keep talking about the right of employees. What do you think? If you were that consultant, what advice would you give Jennifer? Before you start to give your advice, I'd like you to show you some tips first. Of course, I am not as experienced as you. Most of you are, much older than and more experienced than me. I just give you tips for English skills. You know what? When it comes to problems and solutions, you need to analyze the whole thing. What is the problem? What is the cause? Some effects. And then you can suggest solutions accordingly. Oh, I'm sorry. Solutions. If you fail to analyze this series, your solutions or advice may be cliche. Can you turn on your mic and explain the word cliche? What is a cliche? What is cliche, class? Who knows? What is a cliche?
It's unpractical sentence.
Excuse me, Mai, can you speak a little louder, please?
A cliche is an unpractical
saying. Practical
Yeah.
saying or something like that. Impractical. It's like model, like Model sayings, not practical, not useful. It's just to say it out. It doesn't help. Therefore, try to think about the problem clearly. Many causes, many of effects, right? To whom? To you? To yourself? To your family? To the society? To the whole company? You know, you need to take many things into account, right? Take many things into account. Take into account, right? To care, to consider many things, not just yourself. And I believe when you take these into account, you will have the best solution as you can. Okay. And today I have a little request. You try to identify the cause, or maybe causes. Identify the effects to many groups of people, and then suggest a solution. And lastly, don't forget to predict the outcome. For example, someone asked me, excuse me, sir, now I speak not fluently. What should I do? Yeah, so that is their question. If I want to know what they should do, I need to know what's wrong with them first. Oh, now speak it up and I will listen to you and I will identify some problems. Oh, I think the problem is about pronunciation. And then I identify the causes. Okay. So as you can see, I need to really know them to give advice. Giving advice is not easy, I know, right? So today you practice giving advice. See, I will copy this to your chat box. You can look at the chat box, you can see that. Now look at the story and look at the chat box. You have 2 minutes to think. Let's go. One more minute. Okay, now let's discuss this situation in breakout rooms. Let's go.
Or that company is it that is the fresh graduated, because if Jennifer is just graduated and just come just work for just enter she work not for a long time, so I think the salary is not it's not the key, because when we graduated we need to have get more experience and a lot of skills to explore. So I think that he need to know what is her career path in that company and what experience she will get for.
And now I think if I am the consultant, first of all, I just said with Jennifer the structure content. First of all, Jennifer, do you believe that you enough skill and opportunities, no skill and experience to work? If you sure in your skill and your experience, and you think that the salary is not fit to you, don't be wait, try to find another work. If not, if you think you are so young and you don't have enough skill and don't have enough experience to work, try to be calm down and try to be patient. Try to find a part-time job to earn more salary.
Yeah.
And wait for the short time. At that time, maybe you will got the good chance to promote. You will find another better job.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Julie. For me, if I'm a consultant, maybe I'm gonna ask Jennifer. So, what would you gonna take from this job when you do it? And like if he's just only care about not only care about the money or also care about like the improve another skills, so maybe he need to like take time, like you can accept like the not reasonable pay and do that job and try to improve like another skill. And when you feel like you're like strong enough, like you have more skill, but the boss also like just pay a little money, I mean like didn't like leave his salary. And if he in that time he also can apply another company with the good salary and a good environment, and maybe he can move.
Yeah, I agree with you. Have you ever faced the change like Jennifer?
My boss didn't say that, but I got some some situation, and I realized it, and I accept it. Like I accept with the not reasonable pay, but I know what I want to get when I do that job. So I try to just do it and try to improve some like some skills. And when I feel like, wow, now I'm good at this, good at that, and maybe I'm gonna move if I didn't develop in that environment.
Yeah.
I
think the boss and the staff have a good connection, because if the boss want us work for them, they have to give us the good salary.
Yeah, actually the money you earn that depend like
The skill.
yeah.
Thank you for your sharing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for your sharing. And I really enjoyed, particularly chị Nguyễn Thúy Lee's story. Okay, I liked it so much. And I like Thu's experience as well. When it comes to grammar, I have something to share. Chị Lee, do you see this?
Yeah.
Okay, now, you know what? Fit is a verb. So we don't say is not fit. We don't use to be and like is not, are not with verb like this. So we say if it doesn't fit. Yeah. Second, after fit, we don't need a preposition. We just say doesn't fit you. We don't say is not fit to you. Is it okay? So can you say again, if it doesn't fit you?
It doesn't fit you.
Thank you so much. However, this is used. Yes.
Fit with like suitable, is it like the same or
no? It's not. No? Thank you for your question. So yeah, I was going to say the word fit is not used in this case. Fit is usually used for clothes.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit you means you need to change to another clothes, right? Therefore, we have fitting room. Gilly, have you ever seen the word fitting room in supermarket? Yes. Something? Yeah, right.
Yes.
So this is not, this doesn't make sense. You should say if it doesn't suit you. Yeah, suit. That is the phrase you need to know. Or normally you can say if it's not suitable for you. Or if it doesn't please you.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Right. Second, try to be calm down. The same. Calm here is a verb. Sometimes calm is an adjective too, but in this case, calm down is a verb. So you need to say try to calm down, not try to be calm down. Now, can you say again? Try to calm down. You need to try to calm down.
Try to calm down. Try to calm down.
Yeah. You remind me of a Taylor Swift song. You need to calm down. You know that song?
Yeah.
Maybe you don't, right? Because Taylor Swift is you know, like suitable for very young people. Okay. Now, you will have a good chance to promote. Be careful with this. Your sentence is not wrong in grammar, but I'm afraid it's not what you mean. Why? When you say have a chance to do something, then you do that thing. For example, have a chance to speak, then you speak. Yeah, have a chance to speak English. have a chance to dance, have a chance to sing in front of many people, have a chance to do something, means you do it. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Therefore, when you say have a chance to promote, then you promote. But
Yes.
promote, who promotes?
The
Who?
boss.
Yeah,
The
the
boss.
boss promotes you, not you promotes.
Yeah.
So you should say have a chance to
Get.
To get promoted.
promote what? Promoted.
Promoted.
Oh, yeah.
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 Right. Yeah. So normally you think it's okay, but it's not okay.
Yeah.
Right? Don't worry about that. Just keep talking. And if you have a problem, I will show you. Right now, chị Lee, can you repeat this, please? You will have a good chance to get promoted.
Yeah, you will have a good chance to get promoted.
Right. And as I told you last week and many times, this is just a piece of knowledge if you don't practice. You need to practice again and 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 make it your reflection. Is it okay? This is not still yours. This is still mine. If you want to make it yours, you need to say it many, many times. Okay. Right. See you. Now, I move you to different words. See ya.
Yeah, thank you, teacher. Actually, it's very helpful for me.
Oh, thank you for that. It's my pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Now, I move you to another room. Say goodbye to each other. You will talk with other
Yeah,
people.
bye-bye, chị Ly.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Sure. You still there?
I'm leaving.
Oh.
Goodbye.
You're leaving. Teacher.
Okay, chị Bội Lan. And chị Bội Lan and,
Hello. Yeah.
and Yvonne, yeah, you can share your experience with this situation. Okay, see you later. Bye.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
For my view for this situation, I think that I need to ask Jennifer how is the short-term and long-term goal for her career, because I think that she need to have the very clear career path in the company, because if he just graduated, and I think if he had the very clear career path, so he will know that what is the key objective for the short term. For example, if we have not experience, so when we have very clear that, so we need to have to get a lot of skill and experience on her job, and sometimes they need to rotate. So when we invest more her education, get more experience on get more soft skills, something like that, and then when she experience, so she can move to a higher position.
Hello, chị Hiền. Hello. Thank you for joining the room with me. And now I really want to hear your consultants. Chị Mai, chị Hiền, yeah, you can take turn to it. I just listen. Hello, chị Hiền, are you there? Can you hear me? Can you say? Okay, right. So if you were the consultant, what would you say now? I were Jennifer, you were the consultant. What would you say to me?
Yes. First of all, I think we should you should talk about you should think about the salary, whether it is enough for covering the expenses. If it's still enough, and the job, the workplace is good, environment's good, and other boss or support teams is good enough for you, I think it's the good way, because you are still young, and the salary is actually is not the issues. So I would recommend you to stay on that company to work for a few years, so that when you have experience enough for experience enough, and you have a good profile for moving to another companies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. And
yeah, and because in my opinion, for some candidates just work for a short time, I will for,
excuse me, I missed it. I missed that part. For those who work for a short time, you what? Oh,
in my when hiring, I will not someone experience a short time.
oh, hi, I'm back. I'm sorry, my internet connection is what's wrong? Chị Hiền, can you continue, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I am talking about someone who have worked for the company in a short time.
Yeah, right.
Will not be my short list. Will not be in the short list when I hire them, or they.
Right. Those who. Oh, I think I like this. And I think you may have to explain that to your roommates, chị Mai Thảo and chị Hồng Mai later. Okay, thank you. So those who work for a certain company for a short time will not be in my shortlist. Oh, I love this saying. But maybe chị Hồng Mai and chị Mai Thảo will have some questions about that. You can talk about that later. So I really like it. Can you say this word again? How do you say this word? Again?
Profile.
Can you say that again?
Profile.
It's not profile. It's not profile.
Profile.
It's about the stress. This is a noun. A noun. So the stress is usually put on
First
the first syllable. Can you say that again, please?
Profile.
Profile.
Hear that?
Profile.
Repeat.
Profile.
Profile.
Very good. Profile. Thank you so much, chị Mai. Sorry, chị Hiền. Okay. And now, chị Mai Thảo and chị Hồng Mai, who wants to share your experience? Do you agree with chị Hiền, or do you have a different advice? Let me know, please.
Yes, I practically agree with
Partly.
Minh Huyền. And if I were in that situation, I were Jennifer, I think first I will find the reasons why the boss say like this with me. So perhaps if I think he's misunderstood me, he's didn't understand me clearly, I would prove to him that even if I were young, I still have enough skill to get the job done.
Prove yourself. Thank you. And
if and at that time, I think I'm sure he or she will increase my salary. At that time, I will. My first task is to finish accomplish my works, and naturally my boss will understand and will
yeah, I got it.
Increase the salaries as my ability. So I think I think you shouldn't ask a salary first. You have to prove your abilities, your skill first.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. But in fact, all the interviewers ask, how much salary do you want?
Yes, correct.
So how should we answer?
I think if I have that question, I will talk about my ability, what I can do for that company. And before I go to the interview, I will have research of that company, so I can know that that company is a big company, a global agency, or a local agency, or a small business, or a startup business. And how can that business can pay for a staff like me if I join in that company. And I think about salary, Jennifer should consider herself, what her can do. Yes.
Right. Okay. So I want to ask you about you when you were younger. Did you receive a lot of money or what? Chị Thảo first.
I still young now.
Excuse me, may I know your age?
23.
I didn't think, oh, very young. Oh, so
yeah.
this will be your this situation in the future.
No, I think for now I feel happy with my salary.
So you are one
so lucky for
few
me.
lucky people.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But before I go to the interview, I have many options for and I prefer many answer for that for a question. How much do you want for your for your position in that company?
Okay.
Yes.
So the very last question in 60 seconds for three of you. Would you prefer an income accordingly to the sales of the company or a fixed salary every month? Now, chị Mai, chị Thảo, and chị Hiền.
Fixed salary.
Fixed salary
with
with
salary.
performance.
6 months.
Fixed salary. And chị Hiền, right? And chị Thảo, the same?
Yeah,
you
I think after 6 months, the company can consider the salary.
Right. 6 months after
just,
6 months.
Just consider.
Right. Thank you. Why not accordingly to the sales of the company, right? You can have more. You have commissions.
Of course, you can.
Okay, hello, chị Mai Thảo. We were talking about salary lift. Is it okay? But yeah, we were forced out here. However, chị Thảo, I have a suggestion for you and also for the class as well. Before we go to sleep, okay, I want to share with this. Hello, chị Thảo, can you turn on your mic and speak this with me? Hello. Hello, chị Mai.
Hello.
Yeah, so we have pay for a staff like me. Yeah, you did say so. And you know, this is a very common sentence spoken by Vietnamese people. However, it's not like that. I'd like you to think staff as a group of people. From now until forever, please think that staff is not one person. Staff is a group of many, 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 many people. Therefore, don't ever say a staff. Okay. If you really want to mean it, you can say a staff member. That is the shortest phrase for you to refer to yourself. Is it okay? So, chị Mai Thảo, can you repeat after me? Then he
yes,
can...
I got it. Thank you.
Don't worry about that now. Say again. You need to say again. Then he can pay for a staff member like me.
Then can pay for a staff member like me.
All right. However, I recommend you with a better word, employee. Employee like me. So can you repeat repeat this sentence for me? Then he can pay. Then he can pay for a employee like me. Yeah, right. An employee like me. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ki Thảo. And the same to it. Everyone. We have staff and police. They are not one person. They are a group. Okay. So be careful. Never put a before them. Okay. It doesn't make sense. Okay. So thank you very much for coming. Now I will answer your questions if you have any. If you don't have any, then say goodbye to each other. If you would like to listen to my answer to other questions, then you can stay. Say goodbye to those who want to sleep. Goodbye. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Have a good night. Yeah.
Have a good night.
Have a good night,
Have a good night,
everyone.
Have a good night, everyone. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have any questions, class? Do you have any other questions? You want to ask me something? You can just turn on your mics and ask. Well, I have.
About the bond up, can you give
Hold up?
Yes, some instance about that?
Well, bowed up, I never heard this term before. However, so let me check first. Bowed up meaning. You know what? I can't find bowed up in Google search, which means this term is not available in native English. So you would like to say mạnh mẽ lên, right? Chị Hạc, right?
Yeah.
Then you can say be bold, or get bold, or be stronger. Just like that. Why? Because we don't use an adjective as a noun. Normally, we know we don't do that. If you want to use it, you need to say be, and then an adjective. Be quiet, be strong, be careful, something like that. And actually up, it is not used as the same as Vietnamese people do, right? People say mạnh mẽ lên, but in English, we don't say up. We say more. Be more bold. Be bolder. Something like that.
Okay,
but
thank you.
More bold doesn't make sense, you see? It's wrong grammar. You should be bolder. You're welcome.
Okay. Can you help me?
Please.
I want to learn collaboration, but I don't have a resource. Can you help me?
Right. There are two resourceful resources that you can trust. There are three, actually. There are three very effective ways to learn collocation. First, learn actively or passively. Both ways have pros and cons. You need to consider your situation to choose the best way to yourself. If you want to learn actively, I highly recommend you use askdick.com. It's a very useful page for you to learn collocation. For example, let me see. Like reason, okay, I want to find the collocation of reason. I will look it up in Ask Dick's dictionary like this. Askdick.com. See? Reason. Okay. You see, I can learn a lot of good adjectives that go with reason. Like cogent, good, sound, strong. These adjectives can go with reason, and they have similar meanings. Similar words will be put in the same group like this, separated by this sign, okay? Right? So between these two signs, the words are similar. Compelling and convincing are similar. Adequate and sufficient are similar, right? Bona fide, legitimate, valid are similar, something like that. And you can find very, very many words. And you can read the examples. And don't forget to make sentences by yourselves so you can learn what you can see here. So that is how I have been learning collocation actively. Oh, Ausdate.com. Very useful. For passive learning, it means you learn without trying to study. Then my strong advice to you is to read a lot. Trust me. Reading is boring, I know, but it is helpful. Therefore, if you find reading boring, try to read for the content, not for the skills. In other words, try to find contents that you like. For example, I'm very interested in US, UK pop. I always read stories about them. I read about the dramas. I read about the facts behind famous songs. For example, thanks to this, I know that Celine Dion once refused to sing My Heart Will Go On, right? I can know a lot of interesting facts when I read this. So read. You need to read. Read whatever you like. Fashion.
Sorry, about reading. I read in For English app. Do you know that app?
I
For
heard
English
of it, but I never
app.
tried.
Yes, but the translation, not trend the collaboration or not trend like idiom. It's trend word by word. It's trend like word by word. So sometimes I don't know what the whole means. Yes.
Okay, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. You know what? Actually, I'm afraid you are still learning English with Vietnamese because you depend on the translation. You know what? Not until you are free from the translations, then you can understand English the way native speakers do. As you can see, we can learn English by English 100% in this class, and you can catch up with that. Why Vietnamese? Vietnamese can help you to translate a Vietnamese word into English. You can use Vietnamese English dictionary to find an English word. After that, you need to employ English dictionary to study that word, to read the examples, to read the definition, and learn it here. Forget about the translation. I know you will feel uncomfortable trying to find the meaning of Vietnamese. But why? Why should we find the meaning? Và cái này nói cho quý vị biết chút xíu ha. Chúng ta thường hay cảm thấy rất là bức rứt khi mà trời ơi đọc cái định nghĩa mình đã hiểu rồi, nhưng mà không tìm được cái từ tiếng Việt tương ứng để mà học cái từ này. Nhưng mà làm gì? Làm gì để làm gì? Tại vì học tiếng Anh như người bản ngữ, chúng ta học tiếng Việt chúng ta đâu có tìm một cái từ nào khác để dịch cái từ đó đâu. phải không? Giống như dạo gần đây nó xuất hiện những cái từ như là thả thính, hay là gì, hay là lầy, hay là gì, rất là nhiều cái từ lạ nó xuất hiện trong cuộc sống. Chúng ta học bằng tiếng Việt mà. Thì từ ngữ cảnh, từ những cái bài đọc, từ những cái bài nghe, mình nghe người ta nói riết mình hiểu thả thính là cái gì, mình hiểu lầy là cái gì. Tiếng Anh cũng vậy. Cho nên ngày nào mà chúng ta còn phụ thuộc vào mấy cái dịch á, là chúng ta chưa sẵn sàng để học tiếng Anh như người bản ngữ đâu. Phải mạnh dạn bỏ nó đi nha, bỏ nó đi nha Thảo.
Dạ cảm ơn thầy, thank you.
Nhưng mà vậy nè, cái gì cũng phải từ từ, đúng không? Làm từng bước một, nhưng mà từng bước phải đúng cách. Tôi không có nói
kiểu như là cái app mà em đọc á, thay vì một cái cụm đó là idiom đúng không, thì nó sẽ dịch từng chữ chứ không có dịch cái nghĩa của cả cụm. Nên là mình kiểu như là mình phải xét ở cái ngữ cảnh nữa để hiểu được cái nghĩa của cái idiom đó.
Trong khi đó em chỉ cần lên mạng nè, đây tôi cho em coi nha, lên mạng nha. Idiom không, đọc là idiom. Em tìm cái idiom đó, chẳng hạn như là idiom gì đây ta, chẳng hạn cái idiom gì đây nha. Thì chẳng hạn như vậy đi, có cái idiom là it takes two to tango. Cái idiom đó đúng không, nó dịch từng chữ. Bây giờ mình chỉ cần tra Google vào cái chữ meaning này thôi là nó đã định nghĩa ngay ở đây luôn rồi. Đọc định nghĩa mà không hiểu thì mình đọc ví dụ. Đọc ví dụ mà không hiểu nữa, thử gõ cái chữ là gì, thử coi có ai dịch ra không. Sẽ có những cái bài ở trên mạng nó không phải là nó dịch mà nó giải thích, thì mình đọc cái đó nếu như mà mình không tìm được cái nguồn định nghĩa bằng tiếng Anh. Chứ còn dịch từng chữ ra thì không thể nào hiểu được đâu em à. Đó.
Dạ em hiểu rồi, cảm ơn thầy.
Cho nên cái app gì đó mà dịch từng chữ thôi bỏ đi em ơi, gỡ đi, nói thiệt. Thật ra tôi cũng nghe cái app đó nhiều lần, nhưng mà nếu mà hôm nay em nói như vậy thì tôi cảm thấy nó rất nguy hiểm. Nếu mà dịch từng chữ như chữ một vậy là không được, vậy không phải dịch. Ví dụ it takes two to tango, nếu mà quý vị được dịch thì quý vị sẽ dịch như thế nào quý vị ạ? Both parties involved in a situation or argument are responsible for it. Mình sẽ dịch thành cái này như thế nào? Nếu mà ai đọc Google không hiểu, vô cái từ điển được. It takes two, đây có luôn. Ai dịch đọc này dịch giùm em đi ạ. Dịch ra tiếng Việt. Hoặc chỉ cần hiểu là được. Thư hỏi có nên đọc báo không thầy? Đọc bất cứ thứ gì mà em thích. Muốn đọc gì đọc. Chúng ta cứ lo sợ tìm cái nguồn đọc tốt nhất, cho nên chúng ta mãi không thể nào bắt đầu được. Cứ đọc đi. Rồi có ai dịch được không? Đang cho bài tập đó. Thảo, đặc biệt là Thảo. Em ráng em đọc này mà em hiểu đi, còn không hiểu thì tính sao? Ráng đọc này và tìm một cái từ tương ứng với cái chữ it takes two to tango.
Thầy cái đó có nghĩa là cái câu này nói khi mà bạn muốn nhấn mạnh rằng hai người liên quan trong một cái tình huống khác nhau thì phải chấp nhận những cái...
Không phải khác nhau chị, mà là khó khăn.
Những tình huống khó khăn.
Kiểu đồng cam cộng khổ đúng không?
Đó, thấy chưa? Em thấy không? Cái chữ này mà dịch thành đồng cam cộng khổ đã là một cái bước tiến rồi đó, em thấy chưa Thảo? Đúng, nhưng mà đúng cũng đúng. Đồng cam cộng khổ cũng đúng, nhưng mà cái này không có đồng cam. Đồng cam là cùng vui. Cái này chỉ có cộng khổ thôi. Chỉ có cái nào khác không em? Có cái nào khác mà mang nghĩa là hai người nè, nói khi mà bạn muốn nhấn mạnh tình huống là hai người liên quan trong một cái tình huống khó khăn phải cùng nhau bị khiển trách, hoặc một cái hành động cần phải có hai người
có họ không chịu
tham gia,
cùng tham gia thì cái chuyện đó nó mới xảy ra. Vậy thì giờ làm sao?
Kề vai sát cánh hả thầy?
Trời, sao cái chữ này nó đang là xấu, phải không? Mà kề vai sát cánh đang tốt mà.
Có họ không chịu.
Đồng lòng đúng không thầy?
Vậy thì mình sẽ đọc ví dụ. Cổ muốn cãi lộn với tôi, nhưng mà it takes two to tango. Cho nên là tôi phải Đó, phải vậy. Để em thử nha. Cái gì? Ví dụ như là hai đứa hai đứa ngồi cùng bàn lên mét thầy. Bạn này ghẹo con ý cái. Trời đất ơi, giờ lên mét gì? It takes two to
Cá
tango.
mè một lứa này.
Cũng là một cái ý hay. Cũng là một ý hay thôi. Cũng là một cái ý hay mà em từ cái đó em suy từ đâu ra biết không? Rõ ràng là em suy từ cái ngữ cảnh đó ra, từ cái trải nghiệm của em với tiếng Việt trong cái tình cảnh đó, em sẽ chửi hay nó là đồ cá mè một lứa. Thì đó
Cùng
chính
hội
là trải nghiệm của em. Cùng hội cùng thuyên cũng là một cách. Đúng rồi. Thật ra tất cả những cách dịch đó đều có lý hết. Nó chỉ khác ở chỗ là gì? Có thể nó sẽ đúng trong một cái trường hợp nhỏ, chứ nó không có đúng trong trường hợp tổng quát. Vậy thì cái mà chúng ta cần y chang như cái chúng ta cần trong tiếng Việt là mình phải tiếp xúc nhiều nữa rồi mình tự mình điều chỉnh lại. Tôi tin rằng vào cái ngày đầu tiên mà quý vị nghe cái chữ lầy đó, quý vị chưa có chắc chắn nó có nghĩa là gì đâu. Mình phải nghe nhiều người nói, nghe rất nhiều người nói rồi mình tìm cái điểm chung, mình sửa từ từ nó mới ra cái định nghĩa của riêng mình. Chứ bây giờ cái chữ trời thằng này lầy quá, cái chữ đó cũng chưa có xuất hiện trong từ điển luôn. Cái đó chính là cái cách học ngôn ngữ rất tự nhiên và chúng ta học cả đời. Bởi vì rõ ràng không, theo thời cuộc nó có rất nhiều từ mới xuất hiện. Chứ nếu mà mình cứ phụ thuộc vào cái bản dịch hoài là không được. Đó sẽ không phải là kỹ năng sinh tồn của mình đâu. Nhớ nha. Rồi cái này có ai tìm ra được cái ví dụ nào mà nó tổng quát hơn không? Phải cái gì cũng phải hai người mới làm ra chuyện, mà chuyện xấu nha. Nè, blame nè. Tức là hai người đang tố cáo nhau thì một người thì cái người mà phân xử đó
khói mới có lửa.
Có lửa thì cũng không hẳn lắm, nó không có ra cái sự là hai. Cái gì mà phải đủ hai đứa. Trời ơi, bây giờ ví dụ hai vợ chồng về mét mẹ mới chửi lại, giờ mày về mét tao cái gì? Phải hai đứa bay mới gây ra cái chuyện đó. Thực ra cũng có thể quý vị ít nghe cái câu này, đó là một tay
Vỗ không kêu.
Đấy, một tay không vỗ nên kêu. Thì
chó
cái đó là
mèo dài đuôi ạ.
Dạ, chuột
chó
chê
mèo dài đuôi.
Chó chê mèo dài đuôi. Cái câu đó thì em không biết. Dạ, câu đó thì em không biết, nhưng mà vẫn có thể nó sẽ đúng trong cái ngữ cảnh của chị đó.
Yes.
Tóm lại cái mẹ muốn nói là gì? Em rất mong mọi người sẽ học đọc theo kiểu tiếng Anh và chúng ta chỉ sử dụng từ điển tiếng Việt để dịch ra tiếng Anh thôi. Chẳng hạn mình không biết cái từ gian truân là gì, mình tra từ điển tiếng Việt coi gian truân, nó hiện ra một đống các cái từ, mình tra từng từ một và mình đọc định nghĩa này để coi nó có phù hợp hay không. Cái cách này nó rất mất thời gian. Cái cách đó em gọi là cách passively đó, rất mất thời gian quý vị, nhưng mà nó sẽ tồn tại rất lâu. Ở trong tiếng Anh nó có cái câu đó là easy come, easy go. Cái gì mà nó dễ đến nó cũng sẽ dễ đi, và cái gì nó khó khăn lắm mới có được như là passively nó cũng sẽ ở lại mãi. Rồi, hôm nay tới đây tiếng Anh có câu là less is
the best
more. Nói ít thì nó lại tốt, nói thêm nữa bắt đầu nó sẽ rồi. Với lại đêm nay là Valentine, em sợ là các anh chị còn nhiệm vụ gì đó làm sao nữa đó, cho nên thôi ngủ hả?
Thầy cho em hỏi xíu đó thầy.
Vâng, mời.
Dạ. Cái lúc nãy thầy nói là trong cái thảo luận đó là mình làm 4 cái điều mà thầy nói, đếm 4 cái điểm đó thầy. Thì điểm thứ nhất là xác định cái causes, rồi cái thứ hai là xác định cái ảnh hưởng tới cái nhóm người. Cái câu đó em không có rõ lắm.
Rồi. Tác động. Okay. Nói chung là
cái gì tác động thầy?
Tác động
là cái lương thấp hay sao thầy?
Rồi, chẳng hạn em ví dụ một cái vấn đề thì nó sẽ có những cái nguyên nhân, những cái tác động, và rồi đó mình đưa ra cái giải pháp. Chẳng hạn bây giờ là lương mày thấp phải không? Lương thấp. Tại sao lương thấp? Kể ra một số cái lý do tại sao lương thấp. Thứ hai, ví dụ như lương thấp thì là do ví dụ như tại vì mày dở, chưa có kinh nghiệm, not skilled, hay là tại vì công ty đang khó khăn, difficult situation, hoặc là sếp keo kiệt, mean bosses. Rất là nhiều những cái lý do mình phải đưa ra hết được thì cái câu trả lời của mình, cái solution của mình nó mới thỏa đáng. Cái causes. Cái thứ hai là về cái ảnh hưởng nè. Effects là cái tác động. Ví dụ tác động tới bản thân ta, tới bằng tới myself thì là gì? Tất nhiên là not enough money rồi, to make a living rồi đúng không? Money to make a living, to do your dreams, to go traveling vân vân. Not enough money to gì đó đó. Nhưng mà ví dụ như đối với công ty, company thì nó lại saving, nhưng mà đôi khi nó lại reasonable. Ví dụ như trời ơi, bạn là người mới ra trường mà bạn như vậy là vui rồi, tôi cho bạn cơ hội vậy là vui rồi. Thì nó tác động trên những cái nhóm khác nhau. Ví dụ vậy. Rồi cuối cùng từ đó mình xác định được cái trường hợp của bạn Jennifer đó là thuộc cái nào thì mình mới cho bạn cái lời khuyên. Thì ra lương của bạn thấp không phải là do bạn trẻ gì hết, mà tại vì cái công ty của bạn đang khó khăn, và đó chỉ là cái lý do để họ nói với bạn thôi. Và hồi nãy em thấy hình như có chị Minh Hiền hay sao đó, chị nói là chị sẽ suy xét coi nếu mà vẫn đủ tiền sinh sống thì sẽ tiếp tục, còn nếu không thì sẽ chuyển việc hay là gì đó. Don't waste time. Chị Ly hay là chị Hiền gì đó, một trong hai chữ đó. Vậy thì thí dụ đi ha, thí dụ mình cảm thấy là mình vẫn còn đủ sống thì lời khuyên của tôi dành cho bạn là thôi kệ, tiếp tục đi bạn, continue. Đó, thì từ mấy cái nhận định ở trên nó mới đưa ra được cái solution. Nó lại được.
Em cảm ơn thầy, em hiểu.
Có gì. Dạ vâng ạ. Vậy thì thực ra nói thêm thôi cái chuỗi này là cái chuỗi mà mấy bạn học viết bài luận IELTS phải làm được. Lúc nào cũng phải phân tích được một chuỗi như vậy. Rồi. See you next time. See you on Thursday. Have a nice week. Happy Valentine's Day. Goodbye.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
Happy Valentine's Night.
Night.
Okay, good night.
Good night.